can see? Okay, hello everyone. Thank you and welcome to the 4th AR Startup Launchpad. We've got 5 companies that are going to be coming up and pitching their products and companies to our panel of VC judges, who I can go ahead and introduce now. First we have Tammi Smorynski from Intel Capital with us. Next we have Shih from Daqri, and last we have John Soberg from Blumberg Capital. Our first presenter will be Margaret Martin. She is the CEO of Merlin Mobility. So come on up, Margaret, and here we go.
Here we go. Hi. Hi, I'm Margaret Martin. I'm the founder of Merlin. And at Merlin, we enable enterprises to increase their sales and their employee productivity through our cloud-hosted platform, Alchemy, for creating AR. Merlin was the 2012 winner of the HBS Business Launch Competition for the Southeast, and we're also a Georgia Tech Venture Lab company. My chief scientist, Alex Hill, came out of that program where he worked on the first open source AR platform, and we're leveraging that technology at Merlin. This year, we were the winner of the 2013 Georgia Technology Innovative Technology Companies, and we were also selected as the People's Choice winner for the coolest technology. At Merlin, we're focused on the enterprise, and you can see by our customers that they're primarily Fortune 500 companies. Our target is marketing and instructional verticals, and so let's take a look at how Merlin is bringing our great technology to these vertical markets. For companies like Coca-Cola, we bring products to life. We assist with sales uplift, we help with brand stickiness, and we bring fun to their products. We have no audio.
Now that's happiness.
For products like Panasonic's ELS system, we teach consumers about how they work, and we bring interactivity to sales uplift for hire. For Coca-Cola, we help people learn how to use products in multiple languages.
And I'm here to show you how to fill your cup. First, push in.
And at Whirlpool, we bring manuals to life, where we integrate other media formats like video.
So all you do is place this tablet inside the drum with no clothes or anything else. We're going to close the door.
And we implement technologies like e-commerce. Instruction's the holy grail for AR. And at Merlin, we help companies like Coca-Cola enable minimum wage employees to work on $100,000 pieces of equipment. And we integrate cutting-edge technologies like 3D tracking, which you can see in this pump replacement. And we also use it to help show how the pump operates. Merlin is the lens between your products and your customers. And we help quantify, qualify, and provide analytics for how people use that AR technology with the products. Our platform, Alchemy, enables everyday content developers to quickly create this content, and it's deployed to mobile devices. We're AR that's WordPress. So we look at how people really interact with those products and provide analytics so that our customers can understand where they need help with their products and what type of adjustments they can make. Merlin's competitive advantage lies in our open standards approach. We can work with any tracking technology. We're tracking agnostic. We use Unity for our rendering engine, and our streaming player enables geofencing and the ability to have a very elegant user experience that brings intelligence to both the content development and the content viewing process. We've all heard the statistics about AR, and nobody really knows how huge the market's going to be. But what we do know is that Tommi Ahonen has predicted that it'll be the 8th mass media. So how do we make money? Well, Alchemy Studio is on a recurring revenue subscription basis. We pair this with a usage and analytics package. So for marketing, that's based on per click. Instruction, that's based on per serial number being registered. And we also offer an unlimited version that's per device per month. I started the company with a $60,000 grant, and that's all the money outside funds that Merlin has taken to date. We've been completely customer funded, and this year we are at about $500,000 in revenue, and we have $2 million in commits from our existing customer base, so we're ahead of schedule for our revenue. This year, 80% of our revenue will come from pilots, and 20% will come from licensing our platform. Next year, that flips, and we're predicting 70% of our revenue from licensing, and the remaining 30% from pilots. We're Merlin Mobility. We're bringing augmented reality to the enterprise, and we'd love to win, so please vote for us.
Margaret, so questions?
Question about your e-commerce and analytics. Can you just talk about that a little more?
Sure. So we integrate other analytic packages into our platform for running the analytics. That's something that we have currently under development. So that's not an available feature today, but something that we're presently working on. And then Merlin can be embedded into existing applications. We can be either a freestanding application or an embedded technology. So when we're embedded, then we can have APIs into the e-commerce.
And so currently, do your clients come up with the advertising campaign or the instructional videos, or do you assist them in your design operations doing that?
So the way that we work is we start off with what we call a proof of concept or a pilot program, and that is for an incremental, amount of money. And we work with our clients hand in hand to develop that content to help them look at what they have, figure out how to work with those media formats, and consult with them on how to bring augmented reality, into their particular enterprise application. After that, we start migrating them over to the platform where they begin to use the tool themselves, and then we fully migrate them over. So while we do offer consulting services, we are really a technology company, and we found that we just, through our customer discovery, we had to do some consulting for the onboarding of them.
One final question. How many employees do you have?
We have 15.
Thank you.
On your first slide, you had a bunch of logos. Who on that slide is actually a customer of yours today?
Would you like for me to go back to it and
Yeah,
run
if
through
you
it with
can.
you? Sure. So everyone who is listed on that slide is in some phase of a customer with us. Everyone on the left-hand side has completed projects, and they've been converted into our license model. On the center slide here, AT&T and GE, we are presently in pilot programs with, and then everyone else we're working on proof of concepts. Actually, Mannheim and AutoTrade are a little further along, but that's where we're at with those.
And then you didn't really talk about the competitive landscape. My concern would be that I couldn't get from the presentation, like, what is it that's specifically unique about what you guys developed?
Sure.
You talked about getting these winning these competitions, but you didn't say, did we develop some engine algorithm that's so unique, or it sounds like you guys cobbled together a lot of existing things that exist that other people could then also replicate.
So what is proprietary to Merlin is the development platform that's built on top of the tracking technologies. So at Merlin, the piece of technology, what our proprietary technology is built around is this cloud-hosted content development platform and the smarts that are built into it to help people very quickly assemble content to be shown, where a smart place to put a marker is. Or when you go to have one of our AR experiences, when you're pointing at, whatever the augmentations are appearing over, then you're getting the augmented reality presence. But when you put it down, it shifts to 2D. We have technologies when you start to move away that it lets you know you're losing tracking and guides you back. And so a lot of our intelligence is built around that authoring and then also that elegant UX.
Okay, thanks.
Quick question about a couple of the customers in the onboarding. Can you tell me, take Panasonic for example, what did it take in terms of the sales cycle and the onboarding process, and then walk me through what the revenue breakdown is for them, given that they're on board now?
Sure. So Panasonic's a great example. We had actually a very short turnaround with them. They wanted to, we were originally approached from a presentation that I gave for a chamber. They wanted to create a project that was for the Detroit International Auto Show. They wanted 3 cars there. They only had room for 3, and so Merlin brought the 3rd in via augmented reality. So really the most lengthy part of that process was we put together not only a statement of work, but a master agreement with Panasonic, so legal was a little painful. But all in all, the project took about 6 weeks for us to put together, and we were under a very tight time frame there. And so once that was done, then we moved into the master agreement to put together licensing terms for all of our projects moving forward.
And can you tell me what those terms are? Like just
Sure. So a basic breakdown is that we license our platform for 10 seats, $25,000 is how the platform licenses. And then the usage packages are based upon actual customer usage.
Okay.
Okay, thank you very much, Margaret.
Okay.
And our next contestant is Koki Tsubouchi from the CEO of Scentee.
Nice to meet you, everybody. My name is Koki Tsubouchi, CEO of Scentee, and I would like to say thank you very much to give us this kind of opportunity. Today, I would like to show about our product Scentee and how it works and what we are thinking about in the future. The first thing I say, you guys remember Walkman invented a portable player that can make music portable, but it was used in a cassette tape. Then next, iPod was invented. It made music very casual. But we are trying to do that in a category of scent. That is what the message is today. First message is the nose knows. Smell is a stronger driver to inspire human behavior. You can remember, when I was a kid, my mom would made kind of berry pie for us, and I really imagine that, it is I have good memory about that, and whenever I smell kind of berry stuff, I remember what my mom loves me, Today, I would like to show the product about the Scent Vision smartphone gadget. This is a product, Chat Perf. It's very small and light and smart, and colorful and fragrant, and it can give you 4D communication and fun. Once we launched our product in Japan's second biggest launch, we got 100% funded in only 4 days. It was 35,000 yen, dollars, it means 3 million yen. A lot of people are interested in the category of scent. When I launched our product, we got an article in Time, It was described to be a kind of high-tech company in Japan, and I think we are. It took 6 months to get the device smaller than this. First prototype was so big. But anyway, this big device could emit a fragrance spray to your smartphone. This is a product, Scent from your phone. And today, I would like to show how it works to the panels. Can you try that? It can give you smell vision to your Try it again. I want everybody to use that. Just joking. Please try.
It's just the same smell, though.
Yeah, same smell.
Yeah, I already got it.
All right.
And I do have allergies, so.
You guys remember, this time I could give them a scent of rose. Scent of rose. What we want to do is next. We want to make kind of scent it has a very long history and also very, very a lot of good smell. But we want to make it very casual. It means it's democracy. Everyone can easily enjoy scent. And also, because this is a smartphone gadget, it means we can use a lot of application for making experience. I mean, we can expand the experience of scent in many ways. Our goal is to change the culture of human beings for scent. Boys can enjoy scent easily, and not only girls, But this is just a beginning. We have roadmap, we use it for kind of personal use. Some people can put it on your desk, when your boss says, boring conference, But it can emit a kind of scented spray. It can make the conference much funnier, But next, because it's a smartphone device, it is possible, you can send to your lover, "I love you" with scent of roses, That is funny. But of course, we are not imagine that, I'm really thinking we can make scent inside the device. And today I would like to show the prototype. This one has 8 containers that can make 256 scents at a time. I mean, when you choose curry or when you choose apple, when you choose strawberry, it can emit spray like that. But it's not a product. It's a prototype, but we're not launching yet. Hey, guess what? We have a lot of scents like coffee. It means you can wake up with coffee smell at every 6:30. It wasn't good. And also I used to be a kind of engineer, but we are planning to make this kind of AR stuff. It's funny to do game with your friends, and when you shoot your enemy, gunpowder smells to your friend. It's really, really interactive. Because it is kind of compatible for a smartphone. This device can make experience expanded and also interactive. And we want to do a message more than text with our SNS. You can send your friends, "I love you," and it smells a rose spray of rose. It is really cool. And of course, it's just not a practical use, but we are selling to perfume makers. They can use it for a promotion tool. So now, our strategy, we're going to make the manufacturing cost very, very cheaper. Okay, let me talk about business model. We are selling our devices and also a cartridge as a scent, but the business model is the revenue share. We would like to share the benefit with developers. Our business model is 5. We sell devices, cartridges, and also application, and also database. What I say database is, it is very important, but we have this kind of IC chips here. It means we can know when, where, who uses what kind of scents as our database. We are going to sell 1 million in 2 years. It's gonna be our powerful strength. Also, we have a patent about using database stuff. And it's gonna be the user interface, like you can download the application online and also buy Sense online. Just because like our application needs to be like triggered by application, so we release our SDK, and you can download it on GitHub SDK. And the last, we are going, because this one is for iPhone 4, so we are changing the model. We are going to make and also launch this audio jack model that is compatible not only iOS but also Android. It means it can cover all the smartphone. Last, we are launching our product Scentee in the US. In August. That would be like audio jack compatible not only for iOS but also Android. You can enjoy it. Thank you very much.
Okay, so he went a little over on time, so we have room for a few questions if y'all have any, but we got to keep it pretty quick. Yeah.
So give a fast answer. Why does it have to, I have 3 questions, so I'm going to say them fast. Why does it have to be attached to the phone? What if it sprays when it's in your pocket or purse? Is it going to destroy your clothes and your inside of your purse? And how do you ensure that the stuff doesn't spoil? The smells don't get toxic? I don't know.
Okay, for one question, we of course, we are very careful, like it's not very good to get exploded in your bag, and we are very, very careful to make the cartridge. But also, we are making kind of control programming. I mean, you can avoid when you get kind of mail, but you don't want to emit in your bag. You can just control it. It means you can stop it.
How much does it cost?
$24 a piece, $5 for cartridge.
How often do you have to refill the cartridge?
This cartridge can spray 200 times. It means if you guys are a kind of heavy user, using 20 times a day, it's gonna last 10 days. But mostly, main users use it only for 10 times or 5 times a day. It's gonna be 40 days, 1 month.
And how much is the cartridge?
$5.
$5.
So it means 5 cents? No, 2.5 cents for an emit spray. And the reason, yeah.
We got time for one more question if anybody has any. If not, we can move on.
I'll take 10. I finally know how to get Brian to end meetings now.
Thank you.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you,
Scentee
Koki.
in August, United States.
Okay, our next presenter is Wlodek Laskowski, the founder of Frozen Chili Studio. So come on up, Wlodek.
Hello, everybody. I'm going to present to you something from the past that will be in the future. It's an application which uses augmented reality in an unusual way. I don't know how many of you remember, but there was a game called Tamagotchi. Sorry. But we'll get to that in a point. First of all, when we were thinking about what application we should do to show the power of augmented reality, we came across a fundamental problem when we were talking to people. And that is that the acceptance of augmented reality was quite a problem for different age groups. And it seemed that the people who got AR very fast and really wanted to try it out were children and teenagers. Children are very fast adapting to new technologies. I mean, I have kids and I saw them playing with, first of all, laptops and then with tablets, and they were really amazing. They grow up with the new technology, and through play, it becomes a part of their everyday life. And so we thought, okay, let's do the application, AR application for the children, because we think that since it's going to be big, it's best to start with a group that's easily adaptable, and it appeals to them. So we moved on, and we chose Tamagotchi because we thought that that would evoke sentimental memories in our target group, which played original Tamagotchi. And that's where I found a group of young people who were really enthusiastic about it. Well, when they were 10 years old, they played with Tamagotchi, and now they were looking for something similar, and there isn't a single application which does a similar thing that Tamagotchi did. There is one, but I will get to this in the end, because we feel that we have a competitive advantage because we are the first ones to actually do something about it. So we took Tamagotchi and we decided to use augmented reality. In this, we combine elements of the original game, marketing, education, in-application games, and something which we call quality fun. And this, which stands as apart, it's personalization. It retains, of course, the best features of the original, and that's the caring and responsibility for your pet. But it also adds new and exciting features. So it allows for gaining new items through the recognition of the objects from the real world by using augmented reality. And this makes it special and unique because each user can individually tailor things for their own pet. And it also allows for opening up the world of Augmentotchi for all to share and contribute. So how does that work? When we have a first version of our application, you can have a look there. This is our pet. Well, this is actually my pet. And the problem is that I don't have enough time, and I don't have enough time to look after it, and it's actually quite sad. If I looked after it more, then it would be happy and bouncy. But right now, it's quite sad. So what do I need to do with my pet? Well, I need to feed it. So let me try to get some food. Okay. Okay, it's eating, that's good. But say I want to give him something else, something that I want to choose for him to eat. What will I do? I will use my augmented reality application. This everybody recognizes, but okay. And in this way, I added an item that came through recognition of this marker. I can also add other products. Users can things that they buy, clothes that they buy, toys that they buy, will all be able to have markers, and they will be able to add those items to the virtual world in which their pet lives. So the examples here are, for example, sports equipment, and also they'll be able to build a house for their pet. So they'll be able to use various items to make that house nice. And we want to create an augmented reality marketplace, superstore, where users can trade and exchange objects. They'll be also able to create their own mini stores so that others can come in and look around and exchange or buy items from them. The second part of augmented reality comes in form of in-application games. As you know, Tamagotchi like to play, and so we will enable using of the games so that the pets are happy. And we are going to make something new. We are going to add educational context because we think that that's something that was missing from the original. So we will have a built-in requirement that certain number of educational games have to be completed if children want to play pure entertainment. Again, we will use a dedicated augmented reality games application superstore, and children will be able to set up their own mini stores. Some simple games children are quite capable of making themselves, and they actually enjoy it. We've set up a challenge, and we asked a group of children to come up with an interesting game, and they've done it. I will show to you how we acquire it. We acquire it through our marker. It's a box of crayons. Oh, it seems we already have it. This is a simple game which mixes colors. So what you see on the outside is the color that you want to achieve, and then you are trying to mix two colors to get that. Almost. I didn't get it quite. Let me see with yellow. Yes, I managed. So this is just to show you how easy it is to acquire items. The important part are the social and learning aspects. The users will be able to show off and share with others their achievements with their pet, the objects, the games they've obtained, and they can tell about it to their friends through social networks, and that will enable for the word to spread around. Learning is an integral part of Augmentochi. All objects which are in the world of all objects which are in the world of Augmentochi have description. The caring for them involves activities which are very good for the children. They have to make sure that their pets maintain balanced diet, exercising, and also they take care of hygiene. They are able to send their pets to the school. They can choose a grade, and they can choose subject of learning. Obviously, that mirrors their own development. And, of course, they will be playing educational games in order to enjoy having other games afterwards. Now, the important thing is that it opens up the world of possibilities. We are going to go after various partners who will want to include their items in our world. Children will be able also to choose whatever they want to put in it, and they will put items in their own stores. And what we find is that the viral effect of such actions is quite significant. Now, going back to the beginning of my presentation, when I told you that we have no competition, in fact, we kind of have a competition, but it shows us the potential that there truly is. Namely, Bandai Games, which originally developed Tamagotchi, came out with a simple application for iPhone and Android 3 months ago. It's basically all Tamagotchi with one game and nothing else. There are just two versions. One is free, which has got a lot of advertising in it, and a paid one, which costs $1. And that application, it wasn't even advertised. It was just posted on their website, and they had 600,000 downloads within 1 month. And that trajectory continues. There's a huge number of people which feel passionate, and they feel that it's something that they would like to do. And we think that our game will be able to achieve just that. Thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you very much, Wlodek. Okay, I think we ran a little over there, so we have time for maybe one quick question if you all have one. Otherwise, we can move on to the next.
How do you charge?
Of course, the basic game will be free, but we will charge the partners who will want to put in items for children to scan and get as objects. Of course, there will be a pro version which will allow children to do more. They will be able to put their own faces on their Augmentochi. They will be able to customize their house and so on and so forth.
All right. Thank you very much, Wlodek. So our next presenter is Robert Wang, the founder of ThreeGear Systems.
I'm just going to grab my mouse real quick. Hi, I'm ThreeGear. We're ThreeGear Systems, and I want to start by showing you some interfaces from the future. Is that working? OK, great. This is how Iron Man, Tony Stark, uses a computer in the movie Iron Man 2. He's literally flicking away pieces of data. He picks something up, turns it around, looks at it. It's not just Hollywood either. This is how SolidWorks envisions the future of engineering. SolidWorks is one of the most successful computer-aided design companies in the world, and this was on their front page. This is how they see engineering the future. At ThreeGear, we believe that the future of interaction isn't a better mouse. It's something that's suited to the 3D world we live in. It's something that should use all 10 of our fingers. And both of our hands. Science fiction dreams of a future where interacting with the computers is as easy, as powerful as interacting with the real world. At ThreeGear, we're bringing that dream to market. So let's talk about product. We're building a lamp that understands your gestures. You plug it into your computer instead of into the wall, and it turns the space around it, underneath it, interactive. This starts with technology that tracks all 10 of your fingers and both of your hands using a depth sensing camera. Our current prototype is already low latency, robust, and millimeter accurate. It lets you use your hands to grab things, move them around. These are all real demos. And spin things as if you're holding them in your hands. It can turn your finger into a cricket bat. Or you can draw in the air. But if you're anything like us, you're probably going to be browsing the web. You're going to be going to Reddit to look at pictures of baby animals. If you're like us, we like kittens at our office. You're going to be using Google Maps to see where the Giants are playing. If you're like us, you like looking at pictures of cars, fast cars. Or especially in the afternoon, getting an extra big dose of caffeine. We let you point with your hand and pull the trigger. You can team up with your friends in a video game and shoot rockets. Now, you might say, I can do a lot of these things with the mouse already. I can do actually all these things with the mouse. But our claim is that it feels different. It feels different to pull the trigger. It feels different to give a real thumbs up to a Facebook post. It feels different to bring up Skype by picking up a phone. There's a lot of markets we go after. We're most interested in consumer. It's a big market. We want to make this a fundamental part of interacting with the computer. And this is the team that's going to do it. We're all 3 PhDs. We've been doing some pretty advanced work in computer science and computer graphics. We're from MIT, Carnegie Mellon, and Berkeley. And I know this is a savvy crowd, so you might ask, what are the... I have a choice in gestural interaction technology. Why 3-gear systems, right? And it's because we have the deeper technology, which leads to better ergonomics and better usability. And I'll explain that. In terms of usability, selection is a big part of almost any type of interface. But there's no good way to do that with some of our competitors' technology, like the Leap Motion. So it's really good at tracking fingertips when your fingers are outstretched like that, pointing fingers. But there's not a good way to select something. With our technology, pinching is a natural component, pinch to select of our interface. But more fundamentally, there's just more to using your hands than pointing with 2 or 3 fingers. You can grip things, hold things, manipulate physical things. This is part of the human heritage that we have. Gestures are our language. This is the stuff that all of us are good at. Another problem with gestures, they can't hold your hands up in the air for very long without getting tired, without tiring out your shoulders. But our system works best when your arms are just above the keyboard or near waist level, your arms resting on the desk. This lets you use our system all day without getting tired. So better technology leading to better usability, better ergonomics. That's why you should choose us.
Thank you very much. Do you have any questions?
Sorry, I should have. Yeah, so our current prototype is still relatively early stage. We've already gotten 300 users, 20 paying customers. These are early users. They're trying out our product. But our next step is to put out a consumer device, something you can buy for $150. We'll make a 50% margin off the bill of materials for that. And after that, we're building a basic interaction building block, something that can integrate into a lamp, into your refrigerator, into Google Glass. We're building a platform technology. So the reason I'm here at this conference is because we think we bring value to all the glasses, all the augmented and virtual reality glasses you're seeing at that conference here. I've talked a lot about hardware, but it's really our software. It's our machine learning. It's our algorithms that differentiate us from our competitors and from everybody else. We're the best in the world at doing 10-finger, 2-hand tracking. We publish papers, a PhD thesis on the topic, and we're constantly deepening that advantage. We're going to launch a product, or ship a product in Q3 2014, a product that's going to fundamentally change how people use computers. We're 3-year systems. Come check out our demo at the expo. Thanks.
Now, do we have any questions? Sorry.
Two questions. One is that I think about, like, are you just turning a Kinect device up and having it shoot down? Or why couldn't somebody just do that?
A Kinect can't understand what your fingers are doing. It's good at tracking the whole body, but being able to track the individual, all the degrees of freedom of your hand is a really hard problem. It's a hard problem in computer vision. It's our specialty.
So you have some kind of specialized camera that you're shooting down then?
It's a depth sensing camera similar to the Kinect, but it's really the software that makes us different.
Okay. And then the second question was, one of the problems with the camera-based stuff is how do you put the camera in the right place, or how do you put I'll call it a camera for lack of a word right now. How do you put that in the right place so that when somebody's using their hands, it's going to pick it up? I mean,
It's like a single piece of hardware almost. It's like a lamp.
right, but you can put just like this thing, I can put it here, and I get one sound, I put it here, and I get how do people make sure they put it in the optimal spot?
We can understand the scene around it. So the depth sensing camera,
No, you can, but how does the customer understand?
we can give you feedback. So when you plug it in, right, there's a calibration step, and we can understand where the keyboard is, where the desk is, where your hands are likely to be. We expect your hands to be above a keyboard. We can detect those things and tell you to adjust that.
Are you planning a Kickstarter launch?
Can't talk too much about that, but I mean, that's certainly something we're interested in.
How did you come up with the price point?
$150, well, there's really only a few prices. There's like $100, $150, or $200. And $150 gives us enough margin while still being kind of in the impulse buy range. We're a little bit more expensive than some of the other people out there, but we think we add more value.
Can you talk about how you're currently funded?
We're funded by some angel investors and K9 Ventures. That's our lead investor in our last series, and actually raising money again. So if you're an angel investor or VC, we'd like to talk to you.
Okay, and I think we have time for one more question if we have any. Otherwise, we can move on. We good? All right, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Appreciate it, Robert. And our final presenter is Vitaliy Goncharuk. He's the CEO of AR23D.
Hello, my name is Vitaliy. I'm a founder of A23D. We were established 3 years ago and located in Eastern Europe, but 100% of our clients from USA, from Great Britain, and from a specific country like Saudi Arabia, but we have no clients in Russia and Ukraine. First, our product was released in 2010, and it was listed by Apple as new and newsworthy. It's a AR basketball. After that, we received our commercial projects in B2B, and maybe 4 months ago, we closed round A of financing. It's a venture fund, Ukrainian, Russian, and some US capital. In my short presentation, I want to describe you how we're earning extra money on our games and some overall information about our company. So if about games, this game again was featured by Apple as new newsworthy maybe 2 years ago, and we have these great games like 1 million downloads, but we have very low feedback because of stupid markers. Because no one wants to print markers because it's very difficult to print markers in training. But 1 year ago, we have a contact from Paladon. It's largest producer of souvenirs from United Kingdom. Paladon offered us to create such mug. I can even show you. This mug was in sales signs. You can open and see, yeah, it's not just a empty box. It's a product. It's a product on the market. So it's like 200,000 units. Yeah, it's a marker, and thanks to this marker, you can just spend 10 minutes while your coffee cools, and sales started 1 month ago. We have it's what about us? We get share profit, so we have share profit from all sales of such things, and we have some long-term partnership with Paladon about some other products. If about some our other games, we have also game My Dragon Toy. It's very similar to Tamagotchi, but it's not Tamagotchi exactly. It's limited version. It's very advanced. It's very user friendly. And now we finish it rebranding of this game for football team. They want to promote their flying mascot, and it's the way how you can create application to promote some brand. Also, we have a Bugs Mayhem game. It's when you can kill insects around you. We have some contacts with producer of insect killing sprays. They want to just to put their sprays inside of this game and promote their products in BTL events. But let's finish with specific examples. Let's talk about what our company is and what they are. First of all, we want to change our name because I have a second name, Goncharuk. It's very hard to pronounce. And AR to 3D, very hard to pronounce too. So we plan to change name to Augmented Pixels. In the next year, we plan to focus on a custom development and B2B sales. We have funding, and we have a lot of money to invest in our own products for future customization. We also work with Vitaliy because we are producer of our own intellectual property in computer vision, but not all. We cannot develop all solution in this field. We also have a production in games. We plan to release like 5 new games in this year. It's including Tamagotchi and some other very interesting games with monetization, like in-app purchase or freemium model. Also, I think in 3 months we will finish development of our B2B solution for direct sales, so we're solving problem of direct sales, and also we plan to release application for real estate. We have computer vision. Also, I'm demonstrated to you our product line, but we also technical company. So we developed AR market recognition. We developed nature feature recognition, so markless recognition, and also developed AR based on sensor. Now we're working on a SLAM. I hope in 5 maybe months we will see something different than Meta or Daqri have. Thank you for your attention. Sorry for my English. Ready to answer on your questions.
Tell me a little bit more about the business model. It wasn't totally clear to me on how you're doing B2B and also the B2C. Just maybe give me a little bit more detail.
Business model now is mixed because we are doing technical side, so we're doing we developing technology and we developing products for customers. It's because lack of quality technical solutions on the market. We're doing sales to business distantly because it's my first time in USA, but last 3 years we have clients in USA. So it's no problem to do sales in augmented reality.
Are they licensing your technology for the most part, or are they hiring you to do work, or is it a combination?
We prefer to license our technology with custom development because it's increase our margin. But we do not sell intellectual property. It's our own intellectual property.
So just to clarify, for example, would a consumer be able to get your application on their iPhone and buy it for 99 cents or something like that? That's part of your business model.
Yeah.
And then they can buy this mug, and then if they use the game, then you get some kind of...
Yeah, but we receive a % of sales of this Mac. So we have share profit from this Mac.
Okay.
So when you are working or finish your SLAM product, are you going to license that as well, or that's for internal consumption?
It's a very strange market for SLAM because you should play in enterprise. So most of our sales in SLAM is enterprise. But I'm not sure, but during first year when we will release SLAM, we will license it to third party. We want to use it for our own games. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Thank you all for coming. Thank you to our presenters for coming up on stage. Thank you to the judges. And the winners will be announced at the event wrap-up here in a couple of hours, and the winner will get $5,000. So come on back in a few hours for that, and you'll be able to see who won. Thanks, guys.